Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of CTC Season 5. Last week we saw our 9 ravishing solo dancers face off on stage with 2 of them, Vishwanath from Network 18 Media and Investments Limited, Mumbai, and Vaishnavi from Cape Gemini India Private Limited, Bangalore, fight it out for the winning title. And after a tough contest, the winner of the solo dance category of CTC 2016 is Vishwanath.
I am so very happy CTC. I am so very happy Engage for More. I am so very happy that all you guys, thank you so much. Nishant is the man for us CTC. Next time CTC, I am back. I'm going to be back much with better form. Thank you so much everybody.
Here's a shout out. Shankar Narayan Murli, Chief Fun Officer, Cape Gemini. Mike Murli, as he is called, took complete control of the mic. Next up, Tushar Jules, who has been an integral part of CTC since the past 5 years. A big thank you for adding your spark. In this episode, we will see the corporates doing the mukabla with melody in our third category, the music category. The format of this category was also similar to the first 2 categories. So let's go and see who knocks out whom in the face-off.
Music, as we all know, transcends all languages and boundaries and barriers. At CDC, we have tried to achieve this spirit with our corporate twist. In this category, each participant of every trio will perform their individual parts using a different instrument on a common parameter. So you have different instruments being played on a common parameter. In the end, they will collaborate to perform together and come up with a harmonious tune despite their diversity and their individual performances. तो देखते हैं हमारे म्यूजिक आर्टिस्ट कैसे परफॉर्म करते हैं मिलके भी और मुकाबले में भी. Our first performers on stage who I'd like to call Amlan from Aditya Birla Financial Services Group Mumbai on tabla, Gaurav from Infosys Limited Pune on the sarod, and Mohit of HCL Technologies Limited Delhi, our star beatbox artist. But before we move any further, let's take a look at these wonderful performers' power play scores. Whoa, 9, 10 and 7.
This is the first time I'm participating in CTC, wherein I'm out of touch with tabla since last 10 years, so what? But I'm still going to compete, and I'm going to compete hard with them.
I have participated in CTC for the first time. I'm pretty excited about it. This is a great platform for me to reach at this level with sarod, because this is my first ever attempt at sarod. I'm looking forward to the competition.
This is like my 4th year in CTC. Still, I'll say the same thing. It has been an awesome, really awesome experience. In 2011, I saw this guy on TV. He was doing beatboxing. So I tried to imitate him. And I was a bit of successful. So that's how I learned beatboxing. Finale, I'm really, really, really anxious.
amazing jugalbandi, according to me. But now let's hear it from the people who matter, the judges. Jigar, could we start with you?
Sarod is like a very, very, very difficult instrument. But the way he pulled it off is like commendable, buddy. Like really, really good.
Congratulations.
You know, tabla these days, you go to any other show, you'll see somebody playing a tabla, but the way tabla was being played here is how it should be played. It's so really good.
Okay, so Mohit, you are indeed a star performer and you found praise from the audience. But bro, I think you were shining like the moon between sun and Mars.
Yes.
Gaurav, I hope you know what your name means. And you indeed, bringing Gaurav to Pune. I'd like to congratulate you. I wonder when you really get the time to rehearse after work. I wonder how you do it, where you do it from. But, big congratulations to you. But the star for me is you, Amlan. I don't know how you do that. Every beat that comes out from your finger is clear.
Ashley?
For me, it would also be, I think, Amlan. Because I think Amlan doesn't play the tabla, he speaks through it.
Absolutely.
And that for me is unbelievable. It's like a dancer, you don't do steps, you speak through the body. He speaks through the tabla very, very clearly.
Our next act, which is a music act, has wonderful performers. Our first performer is Satyajit from Capgemini India Private Limited, Bangalore. He will be playing the keyboard. Sukrut of Tata Technologies Limited, Pune is on the tabla. And Shubham from Capgemini India Private Limited, Bangalore, again on the mouth organ, or as we say, the blues harp. Now, before we move further, I'm also going to show you guys how much each individual scored during their power play round. Take a look. Ooh, we have a 9, an 8, and an 8.
I have been playing keyboard piano since I was a child. I'm super excited for the finale. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. To all my friends over here, just don't think too much. Just give your best shot. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the experience. It's about the journey.
CTC is a really very big platform to all corporate world. I think this is the first corporate competition Engage for More ने corporate के लिए लाया है. थोड़ा सा डरा हुआ हूँ, पर देख लेते हैं. मतलब जो होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा.
I've been playing harmonica since I was 4 years old. Yes, it is a competition, but as a musician, I'm just here to jam with others and having a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, looking forward to all my time here.
एक अनागत है, उसमें टोटल 3 ताल है और वो त्रिताल में है. तो धा तेरा किट धात्र कथिकिट कत्र कथिकिट कथा गदिगन धिन धिन धागे त्रक तू ना कत्तिन धागे त्रक धीना धी त्रक धीना तू ना कत्ता त्रक धीना धी धी धीना धी धीना तीना धी धीना धिन धिन धा धिन धिन धा धिन धिन धा त्रक धिन धिन धा धा धिन। एक त्रिपल्ली है, उसमें भी सेम 3 लय का प्रकार दिखाया है। दिंग दिंग तकिट तकिट धात्रक धिकिट कता गदिगन धात्रक धिकिट कता गदिगन दिंग दिंग तकिट तकिट धात्रक धिकिट कता गदिगन धा।
Great jam, gentlemen. Well done. I especially love the blues harp. And now, before we move further, a big question for our judges. अगर इनमें से किसी एक परफॉर्मर को आप once more कह सकें उनकी performance के लिए, who would it be?
You guys please quit your jobs and make a team and do this.
Wow!
Because
Do it!
trust me, like the coordination when he got up from the tabla and went to the cajon box, when the piano started playing and the harp joined, I think they were looking at each other. This is not, I don't think they are here to win. They were really, really enjoying this. So you better bloody quit your jobs on this. If I have to pick one, it's going to be all three of them. Yeah.
Well, finally we see music happen on stage. Thank you guys. Thank you for the entertainment. And Sukrut, you're my favorite. I like how you held your nerve. It is a little bit orthodox to be talking while you're playing tabla and explaining what you're trying to do. But still, you had that you backed your instinct and you did it really well. Especially your jumping between the speeds. That was mind-blowing. But for me, the hero was you, Shubham. Okay, Shubham, I think you're a performer. You are meant for the stage. I think you drive the act. I was enjoying only your solo performance, but at the same time, when you were performing with them, I like how you merged with them and found your space between them. So I think all three together, like Jigar said, please quit your jobs. The audience is waiting for you, form a band. But Shubham, you clearly are the winner for me.
And if you don't find audience, you can always come back to us. We'll always be here to hear you out.
Nice.
Ashley, what an act. You came together, it was music. And very unusual, very, very different. I was particularly impressed with Sukrut, with you.
You guys really did sound amazing. Your bosses have had a bit of a coronary attack because I think you're all planning to quit your jobs after what advice you've gotten from our judges. But thank you, gentlemen. Round of applause for their wonderful performance. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our third act of this category. And we have with us Mohsin from HCL Technologies, Delhi. Mohsin will be on the tabla, the matki, and the guitar. Sham Chandra from IFCO Limited, Bareilly, is on the flute. And we have Swami Nath Jayaraman from Mumbai on the mridangam. But before we move further, ladies and gentlemen, आइए देखते हैं कि इनके power play scores क्या थे. Take a look.
मुझे हाई स्कूल में मेरे मन में आया कि मैं बांसुरी बजाऊं। हार जीत से ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, जो बेस्ट होगा वो आगे जाएगा। मैं अपना बेस्ट रहने की कोशिश करूंगा।
बेसिकली आई एम परकशनिस्ट। मेरे को जो कुछ भी मिले मैं उसके साथ बजाना स्टार्ट कर देता हूँ। सो दिस इज़ माई फर्स्ट ईयर इन CTC। ये मेरा पैशन है, इसकी वजह से मैं यहाँ तक पहुँचा हूँ और हमेशा से मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि अपने पैशन को हमेशा से लाइव रखूँ।
I have been learning this art since the age of 7. In CTC, I hope I do well. I thank Engage for More for having given this platform.
Now it's also time to ask our wonderful judges. Here's the tricky question. If you guys had to recommend any one of these three gentlemen to another musician friend, who would it be?
All three gentlemen in their own right are great. And if I had to take one name, I'd take Swaminath's name. Swaminath, you were good. You had depth, you had intensity, you had clarity of thought. Mohsin, I think you had, great packaging. You had the guitar, that's fascinating. And what you did with it was quite creative, but I just thought it never really took off from there. Pandey साहब, मुझे लग रहा है कि और थोड़ा सा एक हिमालय का चक्कर लगना चाहिए. And best of luck all of you all, but if I had to take one name, it would be Swaminath.
Mohsin, whatever you're doing with the guitar and with the mouth percussions, I think if you develop it a little more, it can go way too far. Swaminath, I really love the confidence you're playing with. And the best part about, guys, I want you all to know that Mridangam is not a very easy instrument to play, To combine it with the matki is a tough job. He kept doing it, and I think there was lots and lots of honesty in his playing. So if I had to take one name, it was Swaminath.
Thank you so much. Ashley, in your opinion, how were the performances?
I would go with Swaminath for two reasons. One is he has depth when he plays, well in comparison to the others, as well as I feel he's very clear when he's playing what he's playing. Mohsin, I love the fact that you're trying different things with the musical instruments, so keep doing that.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
After the grand face-off, it's time to see which two contestants made it to the decider round. Based on their power play scores and the scores given by our judges, the two finalists are Amlan Chakrabarti and Gaurav Anatkar. तो तबले और सरोद का हो जाए मुकाबला.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the decider round of the music category. And please welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Amlan from Aditya Birla Finance Services.
Difficult, but I'll try to make you pleased with this.
That was incredible, brother. You looked really, really good on stage with your big smile. Jigar, we're going to start with you. What did you think of his wonderful musical performance?
I think it's lovely. I genuinely like it. Everything is really, really neat. And the fact that you stuck to the basics is what I was expecting. That I don't want to show off too much. This is what I know, and this is what I know the best. Super.
Thank you, Jigar. Time to know now what Sachin thinks of your performance.
अमलान, आपकी इस परफॉर्मेंस के लिए एक फ्रेज है मेरे पास. ये था अमलान का हमला. Literally, I think you are an explosive performer. I think you are made for the stage. You have these fine improvisations. Sachin and Jigar are super proud of you.
Ashley.
Amlan, here you're clearly about your music. To me, you're an artist. That's fantastic.
And it's time to know what the judges think of the scores. Time for scoring. We're going to start with Jigar. 9. Congratulations, my friend. And Sachin. 8. And Ashley is suspense. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our second finalist in the music category, Gaurav from Infosys Limited, Pune. Beautiful, brother. Beautiful performance. And now it's time to hear what our judges have to say about you, my friend. We're going to start with Jigar's opinion on this performance of yours.
Whatever I heard right now, I think it all sounded correct to me. Great job, and keep this practice going.
Thank you, Jigar. Sachin, could we please know your opinion on his performance?
Gaurav, it was brave to pick Drut Ektal and the live which you picked, because it's really fast, unlike something which is fretted like a sitar or a guitar which has frets. Sarod doesn't have frets, and it's all about practice really. So you are a very, 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 very talented musician, and I hope really good things for you in the future. Like your name, I'm proud of you, Gaurav.
And now it's time to know how much Ashley loves you.
You're going into it, say about 80. I think you can go on another 20, 30 and just lose yourself.
Yep.
Just like he says, you're playing correct. I'd like you to play incorrect. Just let it go.
Thank you so much.
It is time for me to get into asking the judges what the scores are. We're going to start with Jigar. 8.
Thank you, sir.
Sachin. 7.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And as you all know, Ashley's score will be a secret for each and every one of us to find out, and it shall be revealed to us. Thank you so much, brother. Congratulations. Could we have a huge round of applause for this amazing talent?
Wasn't that an exciting contest? In the next episode, we will see who was knocked out and who took home the trophy of the music category of CTC 2016.
Solo music award goes to...
Was it Amlan or Gaurav? Also, stay tuned for the last and final round.
कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले छू लेते दिल के तार से